Skilled nursing facilities in California serve more than 400,000 people every year. In 1,200 facilities statewide, staff work hard to care for the daily needs of these residents. Almost every one of these facilities has a volunteer program because volunteers can help support the social and emotional needs of residents. But there is no guidebook for skilled nursing facility volunteer programs, and it is difficult to support a successful volunteer program without resources. In 2018, the California Association of Health Facilities embarked on the Volunteer Engagement Project with the express intent of creating these resources. Any facility can build and maintain a robust volunteer program using these materials, and the benefits can be felt by staff and residents all across California.
A robust volunteer program in a skilled nursing facility can have significant positive effects on the health and well-being of residents who live in nursing homes.
A lot of our residents are care dependent, so meaning that they also need a lot of assistance engaging in their activities of interest. So having those extra volunteers here, making sure that they're able to get that connection and able to finish an activity at their pace is really good.
One of the things that I always say is more hands make for less work. When we have less work to do, we have more opportunity to focus on the resident.
It gives them opportunity to interact with people outside of their caregivers. It's a social opportunity, it's an emotional opportunity. They glow when a volunteer comes in to spend time with them and give them their attention.
As the staff and caretakers in these facilities, you know that residents require social stimulation and emotional support to stay happy and healthy in this environment. Daily activities are one way that residents receive that necessary social interaction, and volunteers can often be most helpful to residents by participating in resident activities.
We have a lot of activities that we offer here for our residents, and our volunteers can participate in pretty much all of them. Anything from party planning to events, gardening. You can develop and execute art projects with them.
Volunteers have done some really great projects where they've either recorded music or just conversations.
Put together care packets, art kits for seniors to work on. Thank you notes. You know, we had one group that did a whole packet of thank you notes that were sent to care facilities. That little note can make a huge difference in a person's day.
Facilities who have strong volunteer programs just notice a huge change in the quality of life of their residents, which also then has a profound effect on the quality of life of the staff that work there.
Well, staff is very excited about volunteers in the facility. You know, more hands on deck, easy job, more fun.
For the facility itself, having volunteer programs, it relieves a little bit of pressure from those caregivers, because sometimes a resident just wants to have a conversation. And though the staff would love to be able to do that, they have other people they have to actually provide physical care for, and so they can't always stay and spend the time that they'd like to.
You get to see that skilled nursing facility are like little families.
I think that it makes the volunteers feel more comfortable when they feel like they're a part of the team and we all are working towards the same goal to deliver excellent patient care.
Volunteer managers do all they can to support volunteers so that they keep coming back. But even in these instances, there will still be challenges when you are trying to build and maintain a robust volunteer program in a skilled nursing facility, and the COVID-19 public health emergency posed a whole new set of challenges. Through it, staff and volunteers were reminded about the importance of this service and the real reason we do it, to connect with residents in isolation.
COVID-19 has opened my eyes as well as the residents to see that the volunteers here do have a very big impact in their lives.
You know how you say, you don't really truly appreciate what you have until you lose it, you know? So I think that's what it happened to us. We were missing and lacking having a lot of volunteers in the facility or needed volunteers in the facility.
We do need to be creative and flexible. People who maybe even never volunteered before are now sitting at home and wanting to do something good for their community, and there are multiple ways that can be done.
The only way that people really have volunteered are through virtual means. So doing FaceTime or Skype in order to connect with the residents.
Whether volunteering in person or through virtual connections, there is no question that volunteer programs have a significant impact in nursing homes. And we've learned that volunteer programs with the greatest benefit to residents are thoughtfully designed and integrated in the entire facility. When every staff member and every resident is aware of the volunteer program and invested in its success, it can be easier to recruit new volunteers. It also helps to retain volunteers over time if they feel recognized and appreciated by all members of the staff.
It's been my experience that the more people are involved in developing and maintaining a volunteer program, the stronger and more effective it is.
There's a tendency in the service community, be it nonprofit or healthcare facilities, to kind of go, okay, the volunteering, that's up to the person who's in charge of it. We'll just let them take care of it. And that's really not how it can go. It's got to be something that everybody from the CEO or executive director on down understands and integrates into the organization.
I'm actually the volunteer coordinator as well. I do a lot of the outreach. I make sure that I go out to nearby schools, churches, just any organizations that may help me get volunteers. We make sure that the volunteer knows what they are expecting before they start. The orientation will tell them what our policies, procedures are. We make sure that we talk about what they will get out of it as well as what they're comfortable with. So their likes, their dislikes, their skills.
Having that structure really is important. So that's something that an administrator or the organization can do, is making sure that structure is there to support the activities director or the volunteer coordinator in making the program exceptional.
You know, the program that's been put together by the California Association of Health Facilities is really quite wonderful. It's very thorough, and it will help you kind of navigate it, because running volunteers is not unlike being a human resources manager. You're just doing for people who aren't getting paid, so you don't have to worry about the payroll aspect.
It can definitely take some time and effort for a volunteer to go through the process of the screening and training that it takes to keep residents who live in skilled nursing facilities safe, but it's more than worth it, and the work can be easy and fun, and it can be really very rewarding.
Something that we don't get to measure, but volunteerism and the way it affects a resident's well-being is something we should measure as a quality outcome. And volunteers definitely impact the happiness and well-being of our residents.
Being a volunteer here is a really fun experience. It allows you the opportunity to bring love and compassion to people that really need it and deserve it.
It's just stopping, spending a moment, and sharing the best of you with the best of someone else.
As a staff member in a California skilled nursing facility, you know of the immeasurable benefits to having volunteers serve in your facility. But as we spoke about, there will always be challenges. Building such a program relies on your dedication to help it grow. With the resources created in the Volunteer Engagement Project, you can build and maintain the volunteer program that your residents deserve. So take the time to invest in the kind of volunteer program that will make a difference for your residents. Start by downloading the complete handbook, How to Create a Robust Volunteer Program in Your Skilled Nursing Facility, and the Idea Guide. For more educational information and support resources from the Volunteer Engagement Project, visit www.cahf.org/volunteer programs.